everyone's doing well. Probably just continue from where we left off. Need some books for Yesid and Malkuth. We'll see. Got our first. I only have one of these, which means I'll have to do that hook fight if we lose again. That's fine.
이것도 아니고 저것도 아니야. 이거다 싶은 게 없어.
No, not this. They won't do either. I can't seem to find the one that strikes me with inspiration.
아이, 피에르. 이번에는 싱싱한 녀석들로 가져와 봤어. 상처가 좀 심하긴 해도 아직 살아있긴 해. 뭐야? 신메뉴 개발이 한창인가 보네.
어서 오지. 요즘에는 메뉴도 메뉴인데 재료가 부족해. 그래도 잭 덕분에 당장은 걱정 없겠지만 말이야.
friend Jack here, so I won't have to worry about that for a while.
어쩐 일이야?
What
브레멘
happened?
음악대에서 더 이상 재료를 안
Musicians in Bremen
팔아주겠대.
say they're no longer selling
그
ingredients to us.
괴짜들은 워낙에 변덕이 심하니까.
Us freaks were always
그럼
unpredictable.
꿀꿀이네선 뭐래?
What about little piggies then?
마찬가지야.
Same deal. Stop
결국
trading with us.
예전처럼 너랑
Have
내가
to do this
직접
the old way, you and
구해야겠어.
I, together.
아쉽지만 늘 구하러 가던 곳은
Love to, but
막혔잖아.
we can't go to our usual spot.
뭐냐?
The Zuwai Association is safeguarding that area
새로운
now.
유통 경로를 뚫어봐야지.
We should pioneer new supply chains. While we're at it, I want to be more experimental with new ingredients. I've only been using young ones for far too long.
슬프다.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'll miss the pasty hand pies that you make.
아쉬워도 어쩔 수 없어.
We'll have to deal with it, unfortunately, as it is. Since we've lost several vendors that used to provide quality meat for us, sticking to conventional dishes won't cut it. Gourmets will surely notice the drop in quality of our ingredients.
피에르는 8인의 셰프가 목표였지.
We were aiming to become one of the 8 chefs, right, Pierre?
파리네 셰프야말로 빛나는 도시의
That's
별.
right. The 8 chefs are the brightest of the stars in the city. I know this.
모두들 아찔한
Never fail to present us with stunning and sensational
새로운
flavors.
재료라면 어떤 걸
What kind of
시도해보게?
new ingredients are you looking for?
이거 흐물거리긴 해도
Page 1 should be easier to get, though their meat tends to be squishy. It's not everyone's favorite, but some like it.
그런 적당히 타협하는
I'm not looking for a compromise. I want a taste that differentiates us from other restaurants.
도서관이라고 들어봤어?
Ever heard of the library? I heard monsters live there.
아직은 도시괴담일 뿐이지만
May still be an urban
외곽이
myth, but
아니고서야
monster meat is usually hard to
괜찮아.
get unless we travel all the way to the outskirts.
오, 그건 좀
Now that's
기대되는.
promising.
안 그래도 도서관에
Isn't it? I got an invitation from the library some time ago, see? I'll surprise the gourmets with a dish that's so stimulating and novel it could even rival the 8 chefs themselves. So, Jack, you can just count on me and follow my lead, understand?
그럼 오늘 가져온 이 재료들은 어떡할까?
What are we gonna do with the ingredients I brought today, then? Let's turn them into jam. We're bottling them alive, so put them on drips of anesthetics and repressors and store them in the kneader.
잼 좋지.
Meat jam's nice. I knew you'd love it. Oh, as I said before, you have to put them legs first, not head first. We gotta keep them alive as long as possible, you know.
바로 죽어버리면
It's not as flavorful if they die too quickly.
뒷골목에서는 인간을 먹나 봐.
Cannibalism is a thing in the back streets, it
그러나
seems.
취미를 가진 미친
Quite a few
괴물이
perverted
있지.
maniacs who are into that,
근데
yeah.
아무리 뒷골목 사람이라도
It's kind of a taboo even in the back streets. You certainly can't go around saying how tasty human
오히려
meat
돈
is.
좀 있는 녀석들이
It's actually the wealthy folk who consume human meat the most.
23구 골목에선 일반적이지만
However, the back streets of District 23 are an exception.
방법을 가리지
People there only care about pursuing the ultimate flavor and will do anything for it.
뒷골목마다 다른 점이 있나 보네.
Each part of the back streets seems to have its own set of
관할
characteristics.
둥지와 날개가 정한 방침에 따른다고 보면 돼.
It mostly depends on the policy set by the nest and the wing.
그래봤자 대부분의
Most of the
뒷골목은
back streets are being
방치되고 있지.
neglected anyway.
인간 고기는 특별히 더 맛있는
Seem
거야?
particularly delicious or
몰라.
anything. Heck, I
먹어본
know.
적도
Never
없고
tried, never wanna.
저기서 구해오는 재료들은 전부
Got it
멀쩡한
kidnapping
사람들
ordinary people and
납치해서
cooking them right
미식가들은
after.
그 잔혹함까지
Gourmets seem to think that such cruelty only adds to the flavor.
게다가 살아있는 채로 고통스럽게 요리될수록 맛있다나 봐.
Even worse, they believe cooking people alive and making them suffer is as much as possible is key to perfecting the
인간이
taste.
인간에게 먹히는 꼴이라니.
Humans eating humans, what a sight to behold.
이 냄새는 새로운 냄새야.
This is a brand new smell.
좋아하는 냄새는 아니야.
Don't think I like this scent.
오히려 이런 낯선
Now, Jack, it's unfamiliarity like this that brings forth new ideas, you
네가
see.
그렇다면야.
If you say so.
환영합니다, 손님.
Greetings, dear
전 이곳
guests.
도서관의 관장이자
I am
사장,
Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake.
와우.
What a wonderful looking ingredient with such a glossy appearance.
분명
Hey,
겉보기에는
Mike, how's it
신선해
going?
보이는 최상급 재료지만
Certainly looks like a fresh top grade ingredient on the outside, but
알아.
here,
아쉽지만 사람은
yeah, I
아니야.
know, she's unfortunately not a human.
오히려 그래서 더
That's why I'm
기대돼.
more excited. How do you
저를
taste?
어떻게 하실 수는 없답니다.
Afraid you cannot do honey harm to
그건
me.
해보기 전에 모르지.
We never know until we try.
품위를 지켜야지.
Stay calm, Jack. We should keep our manners. She's the wonderful individual who invited us here, you see. Oh, yeah, I apologize for my rudeness,
저희를
ma'am.
초대해 주신 엔젤라님,
Now then, Miss Angela, may we enter now?
당신의
May you
집을
find your
찾으실
book in
수
this place. We were looking at 35 and 33 health alone, jeez. He's faster than me. They're both attacking Malkuth, which is a nightmare. Single target. First combat pages the librarian uses after this abnormality is selected in the matchlight status. Whenever the librarian uses a page with matchlight, gain 1 ember. Pages with matchlight become stronger by stealing out of ember, however they have a 25% chance to damage the user. Skitter and I'll just use light attack on this guy, I think. Dirty blow. Dirty blow does a lot of damage if it hits. But it's good for defense, so. Just needed to roll luckier. 1 to 3 burn on attacker, gain a buff. Yeah. Close. Oh, okay, we both got 4, that's good. Dead. That sucks. Not faster. Oh, I was worried. Oh yeah, Malkuth's dead. Whatever, she'll be back next turn. There we go. Okay. Okay, nice.
오,
A
미친.
bunch of nutcases, especially when I interact with the likes of them.
너보다 예의 있는
At least they're more well-mannered than you.
어리숙한 사선이
Well, here's a word of wisdom for a still naive Miss Librarian.
예의 바른
You need a
놈을
polite,
만나면
well-mannered person in the back streets.
무조건
Fun for your life.
정신 나간 녀석들이 모두 예의 바른
Not all
건
too
아니지만
lunatics are polite, but polite people tend to be lunatics.
예의랑은 상관없는
Not sure if that has anything to do with
자, 여기서
politeness.
두 번째 지시.
Another word of wisdom.
미친놈들은 언제나
Lunatics always exist in any given group of people, so there's no use in using any criteria to divide people into groups to see which is more insane. What a load of bull. Oh, we got Yesid's first abnormality. Forsaken Murderer. Defense, and then double stagger damage. All dice lose 4 power when this character has status effects. Hope that I inflict, I guess. Block the first 2, that's really unfortunate. Where's bleed? So all of his dice lose 4 power. All dice lose 4 power, yeah. That's really unfortunate. That's actually an incredibly powerful ability. Okay, just defense, yeah. That's really unfortunate. I don't have enough for that. I only have track here. Oh, he just gets to pummel me. I think I lose. Yeah, especially since I'm staggered. Can't do anything. So if I don't defend properly, I'm just dead. Great. As long as I can keep up the status effects. That's all I need. Okay. I don't have enough for good harvesting. I do have enough for this though. Nice.
와, 정렬된 책들 각 좀 봐. 무서울 정도의 집착이 느껴져.
Damn, check out how orderly these books are organized. The compulsion is almost scaring me at this
이번에도
point.
옷이 흐트러져 있군요.
Your clothes are still sloveny. He straightens roll as a tire once again.
고맙긴
I
한데.
appreciate it, but it feels kind of awkward to be honest.
몸가짐으로부터
Rough
제대로
ride,
된
where the mind begins with a well-conducted
뭐
body.
일단은 고맙다고 말해.
Guess I should say thanks.
오셨죠?
What is your
또
business?
전달해주고.
Nothing unusual. Got some books to deliver. Got some questions to ask.
말쿠트 얘기 들었는데
Heard from Malkuth, the librarians here used to be humans long ago. Is that true?
그렇습니다.
It
뭐
is.
한가닥 싸움 좀 했던 거야.
Were you all seasoned brawlers in your past
조직의
lives then,
행동대장
like the
같은 거였나?
ringleaders of
근데 또
syndicates?
해결사 바닥에서 굴러본 내 눈에는
Although my intuition of I'm a fixer is telling me otherwise.
당신 말처럼
Your
저희는
observation
전투와
is
연이
correct.
없는
None of
삶을
us live such a violent life.
몇몇 예외는 있습니다만
Save for a couple of exceptions, that is.
그런데 어떻게 손님들과 그렇게
I knew it. How are you also skillful at dealing with guests, though?
책의 힘입니다.
Thanks to the books, you gain the power of the previous guests through their books.
그래서 책이 쌓여
That's why you guys seem to grow shorter, stronger with every book I gave you.
도서관이라는 공간에서 책은
In
힘을
the library, books act as a source of power.
감정도
Emotions can do the
그래서
same.
누군가의 책을 통해서
Through the books, we
그들의
can imbue our own
육체의
bodies
세계적
with the senses and
감각과
strength
힘을
that were
더
engraved in
씌웁니다.
others' bodies.
그리고 이곳 도서관은 감정을
Moreover, the
증폭시키는
library can
공간이죠.
amplify the emotions. It acts upon visitors and residents alike.
생각보다 훨씬
Those
대단하네.
books are a lot more impressive than I thought.
책이라는 게 공방의 시술이
They might even be better than
좋은데
the surgery and tools most
정보도
workshops have to
정보지만
offer.
기능력은
Information is one
정말
thing,
돈이
but this
되겠어.
could be a real moneymaker.
세속적으로 생각하는군요.
You think in secular terms.
돈에 쪼들려 살아온 사람의 눈물겨운 생존 정신이
Call it the pathetically tearful survival instincts of a man who's lived most of his life in poverty, will ya?
아무튼 궁금한 점은 해결됐어. 친절한 답변.
Anyway, that's all for my questions. Thank you for your kind answers.
착각하지 마시기 바랍니다.
Don't mistake this for
전
kindness.
당신에게 좋은
I
감정은
do not
없습니다.
particularly think highly of you. You're nothing more than Angela's little lapdog.
계란이
Hey,
많이
that's
너무
rude.
심하네.
You know I didn't take this job by
어쩔 수
choice.
없다는 것이 면제부가 될까요?
That necessarily accept you from guiltiness,
오늘
however.
가보셨으면 이만
Now, if
돌아가시기
you've done with
바랍니다.
your errands, can you take your leave? That little piece of... What abnormality pages do we get? My head turning into metal, folds in my brain being flattened. Upon a successful blunt attack, inflict 1 bind and paralysis. He wears a straight jacket, but it is as free as any man. No amount of chains and restraints is enough to prevent him from committing violence. Blunt guys gain 1 to 3 power, speed is 6 to 1. So they're slowest, but your blunts deal a lot more damage. So really pitiful is people like you dying to the likes of me. Lower the minimum value of all dice by 1 and raise the maximum by 3. Key page. I'm gonna give him Terrans. Oh wait, I literally have my laptop open so I can read chat. Why am I looking at this up on my phone? Okay. What are we looking at here? What's her name? Ah, it's Min. Okay. Looks more like this. Yeah, and then Banks. This is Ren. Let's go. Appetite pound. Night off. Definitely focused. Rampage is just high damage. Endure and quick attack and multi-block. I think those are all pretty good. Okay, nothing there. One book of Jack and one book of Pierre.
아, 우리 사무소는 왜 파리만 날릴까?
Why is our office so unpopular with
레벨도
clients?
치바이협회 지정 사무소인데
Our office is
말이야.
officially designated by the Zwei Association as an affiliate too.
게다가 가로등 사무소가
Crimea
의뢰받은
territory secured by the
치안구역은
Street Light office
계약
remains
기간
at a
동안
remarkable
문재인
0% as long as the contract is in effect.
우리가 맞는 치안 구역이라 해봤자.
We can only cover 2 blocks of space at most.
그리고 일은 기다리다 보면 들어오게.
We'll eventually get work if we wait.
그래. 그렇게 평생
Yeah,
기다리기만
sure, you can
해.
keep waiting for the rest of your
난
life. I'm
여차하면
seriously
다른
considering
사무소로
moving to another
가버릴
office.
사무소로 쉽게 이적할 만한 실력을
Never thought
가지고
you'd have what it takes to work for a bigger
나
office.
사산인 너와 다르게 일하면서 닿은 연줄이 꽤
Unlike
많아.
you, I have several business connections I made from experience. Do you understand?
너네 어머니가 전설적인
Not that I must be
해결사인지
too busy
뭔지는
being a
몰라도
legendary fixer or
난
whatever.
바로
Well, I have
달려온
friends who can
친구들이
help me
있다.
right away.
정말 대단하십니다.
Yeah, some great fixer you are.
네네, 전 정말 대단하죠.
Yeah, why thanks. I know I'm great.
야, 냉장고에 있는 케이크 네가 먹었지?
Hey, you ate the cake in the fridge, didn't you?
얘들아,
Guys, I
일
work for you.
받아왔어. 또 싸우고
Waiting
있구나.
again, are you?
새끼가 냉장고에 있던 케이크를 그냥 먹었어요.
This SOB ate the cake without even
유통기한이
asking.
어제까지여서 내가 미리 처리한 것뿐이라니.
Expiration date was yesterday, so I took care of it. That's all.
유통기한이 지나서 버린다 해도 내가 버려.
It's my cake, and even if it expired, I'll take care of it on my own.
일이라면?
Anyway, boss, how about that
하지
work?
마.
Don't change the topic.
케이크는 내가 새로 사줄 테니까 잠시
Get you another
진정해봐.
cake. Calm down for a moment, alright?
그렇지만 그건 기간 한정인데.
There's a limited edition cake.
사실 나도 미심쩍은 일이지만 협회에 있는 친구로부터
Still rather skeptical, but I got this one from a friend of mine at the association.
선배 친구라면 치바이 협회의 직속 해결사분?
You mean that associate fixer working directly under the Zwei?
맞아.
Yeah, it's her. The Hana Association has yet to consider this request as a subject and needs to be addressed officially.
혹시 도서관이라는
You heard of the library?
이야기는 지나가다 들어본 적 있어요.
Some stories we overheard rats talking about it.
도서관에서 얻을 수 있는 책이
That the books in that place have tremendous value or whatever.
도서관의 초대장이란 것을 친구에게 받아왔어.
I see. I retrieved an invitation to the library from my friend I just
그런데
mentioned.
공식적인 일이 아니라면
Might not get much payment from this request if it's off the record.
공식 경력에도 기록 안 될
It
거고.
won't count towards our official career either.
협회도
Such as it
협회
is, the
나름대로
association is
신중해야
trying to remain
그리고
cautious.
정확한 정보도
We're really
없는
gonna
곳에
rock
기관을
right into a place we know
들어가는
nothing
여성
about.
말로는 이번 일을 잘
You
처리해
did
주면
promise to see to it that we're rewarded with pay comparable to an urban legend class request if anything goes down well.
아, 역시
Surely it was a bad idea after all, don't you think? Let's do it.
어쩔 수 없네.
Guess we have no choice. Still too uncertain, though we need that money. We haven't been too busy.
다들 고마워. 해오던 것처럼 한번
Thanks
해보자.
everyone, we'll get through like we always have.
츠바이?
So I,
해결사
Hana,
협회를 말하는 거야.
talking about associations of fixers. It takes more than just setting in an office to jump into the fixer
도시에는
business.
12개의 해결사 협회가 존재하는데
There are a total of 12 fixer associations across the city, each in charge of different types
각
of work.
분야에 맞는 의뢰와 사건들이 협회로
Cases and requests are all sorted to type and sent to one of these associations.
사무소의 일은 협회에서 관리한다는 거네?
Associations manage offices and delegate work to them, I see. That's right. Sometimes the association might swing documents to multiple offices at once or directly have associate fixers take care of it.
그리고 그 중에서 하나 협회가
And among them, the Hana Association is in overall control of all fixers. They grade fixers and authorize offices and stuff.
그럼 사무소도 등급이 있어?
Offices have grades as well. Essentially, the requests set out by the association are graded too.
정말 등급 매기는 걸
They
좋아해?
love to grade things, don't they?
알기 쉽잖아.
It's easier to know that way.
어떤 것은?
know what?
내가 어떤 가치의 사람인지.
How valuable I am as a person.
누가 도시에서
Think about it. Who in the city could claim this is my worth with
자기 일
confidence?
챙기기도 바쁜 세상에서
Everyone's busy minding their own business. No one is going to lounge around having deep conversations about each other's value.
하지만 등급이나 소속을 서로 알게 된 순간
Knowing each other's grades and affiliations, on the other hand, can save a ton of words. You can tell if you're above or below the person you're talking to right away.
알아가는 것도 생각하는 것도 그만둔 것 같아.
Sounds like people stop trying to learn to think about it at some
네가
point.
밖에 나가서 도시
It
생활
won't say
좀
the same
해보면
once you
그런
experience
말
the city
못해.
life, I
얼마나
bet.
많은 사람들이랑 부대끼면서
You have to
살아야
interact with so many people out there, whether you want to or
그저
not.
사람들은 도시 속에서
People have been
살아가기
looking for ways to
적합한
adapt to the city, and this is just one of them.
우리가 이런 일까지 맡을 정도로 궁하긴 하구나.
Because we really are desperate. I think we'd take on a job like this.
최근에는 이런 일조차 들어오지
Stop
않았어.
complaining. We should be glad to have work at all.
나도 알아.
I know. Do you have to point out the obvious?
자자.
Now, now, cool it down.
너희들은 사이가 좋은 건지 나쁜
Can't
건지.
tell if you're best friends or worst enemies.
뭐라고요? 이런 얼빠진 녀석이랑 엮지
Excuse me.
말아줄래요?
Don't associate me with this
저도
goof.
극구 사양합니다.
I certainly don't want that either.
그래. 이번 일이 끝나면
Alright, let's have a feast at
주인의
Julie's
식당에서
restaurant once
거하게
this is
먹자.
over. Tabs on me.
환영합니다, 손님.
Greetings, dear guests. You seem to be well acquainted with each other. Who are you? Prepare yourselves.
그렇게 경계하실 필요 없답니다.
No need to be so worried.
아직
Your
위험할 건
tutorial has
없을
not
거예요.
started
전
yet.
도서관의 관장이자
I am
사장,
Angela, the
엔젤입니다.
director and librarian of my rule's namesake.
안녕하세요. 전 가로동 사무소의
Nice
산이라고
to meet you. I'm San from the Streetlight
이곳에
office.
초대장을 받고
We were brought here
왔습니다.
by the invitation. There's something I'd like to ask about it.
무엇이죠?
What
이
is it?
초대장은 직접 받지 않고
I retrieved
전달받은
this invitation from another person, not directly from you. Are we still eligible?
결국
Yes, indeed.
초대장은
The invitation
손님에게
eventually
도달했고,
reached you,
그
and you signed your name with your own will. Everything has worked as intended.
부디 당신의 책을
May you find
찾으실
your book in this place.
뭐야?
She was a nicer person than I thought.
저게 사람처럼 보였어?
Did I look like a human to you?
사람처럼 생겼지만
Did she have the shape?
인간은
Something
아닌
about her
거야.
didn't feel
뭐라고
right.
말로 표현할 수는 없지만 말이야.
Can't exactly put it to words.
기계일 거야.
Probably as a machine.
저 정도로 사람과 유사한 기계를 볼 수.
Didn't expect to see a machine that's so similar to a human being.
우리대로
Focus on our
회의를
work.
다시 한번 말하지만
Once again, you must back off as soon as you feel that you're in danger. Do I want to start with Yesid or do I want to start with Malkuth? Start with Malkuth. Crazy. Don't have enough for that. Oh my god. Bullied. Yeah, and now I just continuously take hits. Oh god. Oh, she's dead. I didn't think she was dead. Okay, killed one. Good. Damn it. Yeah, we'll go with them. Lowers the minimum value of all dice by 1, raises the maximum by 3. It's just good. Oh, I hate that nade that just continuously blocks unless you break it. On Clash Win, lower max value of opponent's next die by 3 is very good. Staggered him? Seriously? Okay, he's staggered as well though. There's only one attack here. Oh, I'm faster. Dead. Nice. Successful blunt attack next. Inflict 1 blinded paralysis. Low chance that he beats me. And if he does, I got a defense. Yeah, there you go. I didn't get any books of the other two. Are you kidding me? Oh, because the rookie's not a good idea for fixers to form such tight bonds. I guess this will be a lesson for him. You talk as if you're used to all this. Oh, I've already gone past that phase and some more too. Forming bonds aren't bad per se, there's just too much risk associated with it. Real deal fixers know when to cut things off. You need to keep enough difference for people so you won't feel hurt from their losses. Yeah, just ironic, the people who aren't even mentally prepared to face death are applying for a job that involves killing in the first place. Oh my god, it's hard, the fucking dumb bitch. Literature, huh? This has got to be the most unfitting category for the city. Hello, I'm Hot, in charge of the floor of literature. Hey, Roland, help with Angela in several ways. I see. Don't tell me, do you also have and hold some sort of grudge against her? I'm not at all friendly towards her, that's for certain. But we made a deal, so we're obliged to help her without complaint. Oh boy, if you ain't looking too bright, everyone's got a problem with Angela. What the heck did she do to deserve this reputation? Done something unforgivable, just like I did in the past. Still don't know a whole lot about this place, but I can see one thing. Something's terribly messed up with the library and its staff. Can all this even be resolved at some point? I can't answer that for sure, but you'll get to see the result. For all this, there is a clear end to this deal. If you follow Angela along her journey, you will find out. This is frustrating already. I have guests to receive and librarians to take care of. Can't we all be good friends in the library at least? Following the books you bring, I will be sorting those about the literatures of the city. As we collect more, you might be able to find answers to your questions, whether you like it or not. Finally starting to get why Angela hates roundabout speech so much. Alright, fine, I'm gonna dig into the bottom of this mystery now that I've gotten into this mess. Good luck, Mr. Roland. Thanks for your supportive words, Miss Hod. It's hard. Definitely dirty below. Also throw in track and appetite. Light attack, light defense, focus strikes, Commandeering, gut harvesting. Going first. I think it's pretty good. And then what page do I want to give her? Let's take a butcher's page. I know I just didn't get any for the other guy. Learn 2 of these books. I didn't get any pages, that's unfortunate. Not bad though, non-stop assault, gather intel, these are all pretty good. We'll do 1 book of Jack and then 1 book of Pierre. Okay, 2 Backstreet Butchers pages. Those aren't bad. Invitation. Oh yeah, there's a second. Yeah, we need a book of Mars for that. Oh, he ran away, that's what it is.
일이 이렇게 된
Yeah, they ran away.
다 내 잘못이야.
I'm terribly sorry. It's all my fault that job went wrong.
우리 사무소는
We're taking our hands off the library from now on.
애초에 이거는
Instead of our script to begin with, I already sent a report to Zwei.
뭐라고요?
Oh, Mars. Was his death pointless then? I really am sorry. I
말
can't
마음고
blame all
원망
you.
내 판단 실수야.
I misjudged. My profession is peacekeeping, not exploration or combat.
냉장고에 있는 케이크는
There's a cake in the fridge. Isn't it you, boss?
케이크?
Cake? No, I didn't buy any cake.
바람 좀 쐬고 올게요.
I'll go outside for a bit. Stupid idiot.
하지 않게.
It's not like you at all to
케이크는
like
또
cakes for
어떻게
others.
어머니가 대단한 해결사라며.
Said your mother's an amazing fixer.
늘 자랑하던 그
We
무식하게
love to
큰
show off
거.
your stupidly huge sword
어머니가
saying it's a
선물로
gift
주신
from
거
her.
언젠가 어머니처럼 될 거라고
You brag so much,
생각했으면서.
just like your mother someday.
마스의
Where's his book? That's what happens to the people that die in
그
there.
녀석을 가지고
I won't
장난질을
play
하게
with
두진
them.
않을
I'll never
산성들에게
let them.
얘기를 꺼내더라도
Sam will totally try to stop me if I bring this up.
단독으로라도 가는
I'll go
거야.
there on my own. I've got
아는
friends to help
녀석들도
me
좀
too.
있으니까.
이건 좀 마음 아프겠는데.
What is this frankly heartbreaking? Shouldn't have seen that.
정에 연연하면 안 된다고 말한 사람이
Funny, coming from one who gave a speech on how fixers shouldn't cling to bonds.
그건 그거고. 이건
That's that, and
이거지.
this is this.
그래도 일일이 반응하는
Still reacting to every bit of loss is a waste of energy. Everybody lives with burdens.
나에게도 안타까운 일이 있고.
I have my share of unfortunate events, and so do
그리고
others.
그걸 동의 없이 드러내는 건 무례한
It's
거야.
rude to expose that without the listener's agreement. They'll be bothered to learn something they didn't really have to know.
가뜩이나 내가 안고 있는 짐도 많은데.
You're already carrying a hefty load of emotional baggage, and telling them your sob story will feel like you're showing off how heavy your own baggage is.
불쾌감도
This
딸려.
might feel a bit of sympathy, but they'll also be displeased.
슬퍼도 적당히 드러내고.
Don't overexpress your feelings, whether you're happy or sad, and say goodbye to each other with the appropriate words. It's all for the sake of each other.
오히려 그게 더 피곤해 보이는데.
Sounds even more tiring.
무엇보다 내가 감정이
Shouldn't let my feelings distract me from my librarian work most of all.
어떻게든 네가 도시의
Gotta
책을
stay
모을 수
level-headed
있도록
and help you collect
도와줘야
books about the city.
맞아. 필요가 없어지는
You're right.
순간
As soon as you become useless to me, I'll dispose of you.
그럼 상사님의 말대로 저도 살아남기 위해 제 할
Then I'll
일을
go back to duties of being a useful servant for the sake of my survival, man.
안녕.
Reading.
닥쳐.
Shut up. I don't need a reading from a despicable piece of junk.
난 이곳에 있는 마스의
I'm here
책을
for
얻고
Mars's book. I'll get his book, kill all the monsters here, and blow your head clean off.
마지막에 말씀하신 그건
I'm afraid your third statement is going to be difficult for you to fulfill, dear guest.
닥치라고 했지.
I said, shut up.
부디
May you find your book in this place. We're not going to start with Hod, we're going to start with Malkuth. Oh my god. Clashed on that first one, but pain. Oh god. Stagger, I forgot about that. Oh, staggered her though. That's good. She only got one hit. Nice. Nice. Okay. Okay. Dead. Oh, damn it. She attacks me first. I'm gonna try to take this guy out. The issue is she goes first. She staggered me, yeah. I'm dead. Unfortunate. Okay, Miku, take over. Hail hands to Roland. Oh, but I counter killed her. Nice.
죄책감 같은 건 없어?
You feeling guilt or any strong emotions?
어떤 느낌도 안
Be lying if I
들고
said I'd feel nothing,
이런
but
싸구려 비극은
I've already seen
수도
plenty of
없이
these cheap
보고 다녔어.
tragedies, been the victim myself a whole lot of times too.
밑바닥 해결사라고 한 것 치고는 꽤 많은 일을 겪었나 보네.
Sounds like a seasoned veteran for someone who will introduce himself as a washed-up fixer.
나도 내 나름대로의 일이
I have my reasons. What? Are you curious?
그건 무례한 일이라면서?
You said it's a weird thing to do, didn't you?
정 궁금해지면
Besides, I could simply turn you into a book and read your story if I really wanted to know. Let's not go there yet.
넌 어때? 오히려
How about
관장님의
I'm curious to
감정이
know about what our head librarian thinks.
나도 수없이
Different.
많은
I've also seen
인간들과의
relationships and
관계로
scripted deaths too many
강제적
times
죽음을
in repeat.
반복. 그래도 이번에는
So
누구의
I've been trying to run a system where people are free to choose their own destiny, feel free from any coercion.
확실히 초대장에 적힌
And sure, they all read the
정보를
warnings and
직접
agree to the terms
성명해서
by signing their
수거해오는
names,
건
but
역시 좀 치사하지.
still a bit
넌
dirty.
절대 죽일 수도 없고.
You're unkillable and I can revive whenever I die.
또 그 소리네. 이 정도면
I'm done with that. I thought you said my method was fair.
그래.
Yeah, you weren't wrong. Much more polite and fair than most things. Let's do 5 of those and then 2 books of Lulu. I got any Lulu's page? I didn't. That's unfortunate. Things like that. Still missing a book here. Today should I look? They just gain a different amount of power depending on the current phase. $10 damage, that's crazy. Okay, so 1, but that first hit could stagger me. Okay, we want him on that happy face, I think. God. I need to break his stagger bar before he does mine. Oh, yeah, that's max. I wasn't paying attention. I think he kills me either way here because I don't have any defense, yeah. Seven damage. What are you weak to? Nothing. should be. So the next one should kill. Oh, that clash on the last one is so bad. I didn't. Whatever. I didn't. I did it again. That's the second time I've done it now. Nine damage. I'm dead if he hits me with high attack. Nice.
자, 이번에도 책.
고마워요, 롤랑 씨.
롤랑 씨는 무슨? 편하게 말 놓고
Drop the
롤랑이라고
mister and call me Roll.
그럴까?
Can I roll?
훨씬 좋네.
Much better.
역시 말을
Feels kind of
바꾸고
awkward to speak like this right away.
적응하기 마련이지.
You'll get used to it. How's the clutch?
는 도시의 제대로 된
Not sure if this city has anything worth being called literature.
저마다의 삶이 문학인 것 같아.
Seems like each person's life counts as work of literature.
진짜
Story of one's life is written out like a book of its own.
그리고
And that story, comedy, and tragedy intertwine in a complex way.
제 마냥 나쁜 사람만 있는
Hard to
것도
define
아니고
anyone as pure evil or pure good.
다 개인적인 사정이란 게 있으니까.
Everyone has their own personal affairs.
그래서 고민이야.
Why I'm wondering if it's really okay to blindly hate someone.
우리는 책을
Pictures from the streetlight office were like a happy family, but we killed them just to get their books.
죽여버렸어. 아무리
I understand that it was their choice to come here.
우리에겐
We have our own goal to achieve, but still. Feels like I'm just making excuses for myself.
코드. 근데 또 그
They hard.
개인적인
Taking
사정을
everyone's personal affairs into
생각하다
consideration is
보면
only going to end up giving you a headache.
그래서 뭐가 뭔지 모르게 될 때가 있어.
You'd sometimes be just as confused if you hadn't thought about it at all.
도덕적 규범이니
Thinking about moral standards, fundamental causes, and all that only makes everything blurry.
내 마음에 터질 것 같은 응어리.
All the while, your heart is about to burst from the emotional baggage that won't go away.
그럴 땐 마음 가는 대로만 꿰뚫는 거야. 더
Because like that,
알려고
you go straight to where your heart leads. No need to learn and know any further.
그게 편한 거야.
Much easier that way.
논란의 해결사로서
Your advice is a seasoned fixer, Roland.
뭐 그렇지?
Guess so.
내가 좋아하는 말이 있어.
Here's a favorite phrase of mine.
그건 그거고
That's
이건
that.
이거다.
This is
모든
this.
이들의 사정을
We
떠안을
don't
수
live in
있는
a world that can
세상이야.
embrace everyone's matters.
찬ям한 듯한 말이네.
Sounds like you come to terms with reality.
당연히 체념한 지 오래지.
Did ages
그래도
ago.
역시 그게
Surely it wasn't an easy and
편하더라고.
comfy way to live, all things considered. Just go with the flow, wherever it may lead.
조언은 고마워. 나도
Makes
좀
me
더
might need to think
생각해봐야겠어.
about this topic a little more.
하지만
하지만
그건 그거고.
Phrase you mentioned might give you comfort for a short while, but it doesn't sound like a motto that will redeem your life.
뭐
I suppose people have their own ways of interpreting
책은
things.
여기 두고 갈 테니
Leave the books here.
앞으로도 잘
See you later
부탁해.
then. Look at the day. One sunny day, just like that day, they sincerely dried the laundry. They tried their own skin. Brain's face constantly shifts. Dice gain different amounts of powers. Minimum -2, max +2. Anger is fierce. Single ally block gain. If one has to look at the face behind the skin, the result will not be pretty. Space behind max their skin is the only personal space they have left, leaving uninvited. The last bit of generosity the city can offer. Block dice gain 1 to 2 power, deal +2 to 7 damage on a deflect. Very good. The inability to show one's face is perhaps a form of shyness. When throbbing emotions surge up from time to time, it's best to simply cover. When using a page, all block dice on that page gain power equal to the number of defensive dice on said page. Not bad. Urban legend. I savor the magnificent fragrance of sacrifice, which fills my room.
안개 속에 무너진 둥지는 결국 누구 손에 들어갈 것 같나?
Tell me, who do you think will be the one to get through all the mist and claim the collapsed nest in the end?
오랜만에 죄다 죽어가는 상황.
Hard for me to predict the outcome of this event under Boss. It has been a while since we were involved in a bloodshed of this scale.
하지만 적어도 검지가 노른자를 차지하게 둘 수 없다는 건
However,
확실하죠.
it is certain we should not allow the Indes to take over the yoke.
그렇지.
Well said. The middle, the ring, and the pinky seem to be too preoccupied with their own business to take part in this strife, so that's a relief.
이야기 들어보셨어요?
Here's a library, a recently appointed urban legend.
어쩌면 이 둥지와 밀접한 관련이 있을지
Perhaps it will be closely related to this nest we're so concerned with.
이야기해보게.
Go on.
이제 슬슬 제대로 된 흐름에 들어갈 것 같은데.
Looks like we're about to ride a real big wave. What wave?
이대로만 가면 곧 도서관은 하나
This thing?
형태에 의해
The library soon be exalted to being an urban legend from the status as an urban myth.
싸구려 도시 교담들은
Cities brimming with cheap urban myths, it's really hard to tell which are real, which are made up.
무엇보다 대부분의 교담은
Well, a lot of those myths turn out to be pretty plain and boring when you get down to the root of it.
도시 교담이 재밌어지기 시작하는 건 도시
Real
전설로
fun begins when an urban myth gets recognized as an urban legend.
또 필요 이상으로 돌려 말하는
Being too roundabout.
협회에서 지정한 등급이 상승한다면
If the associations designate us with a higher grade, we can expect to attract us to higher classes with more valuable information. Is that what you're trying to say?
그거야.
You got it. Urban legends get talked about. People will begin to acknowledge us as a phenomenon in the city that's worth their attention.
어릴 땐 말이야. 할머니가
See, when I was a
들려주던
kid, my granny used to tell me tales of all like urban legends, so it always sent a chill down my spine.
짜증나게
But
옛날
didn't want to
생각.
be reminded of the old days.
가족?
Family?
그래. 뭐
Yeah, my family. I lost them all, though.
지금은 가족이 없다는
Without family now.
이제 곁에는 한 명도
No
없어.
one's with me anymore. I was raised by my grandma.
부모님은 어떻게 돌아가셨는지도
Don't know how
모르고
my parents passed away, and my grandma disappeared without notice one day.
그리고 또
And then, never mind.
아니다.
It's nothing
뭐
special.
무슨 말이 하고 싶은 거야?
What were you even trying to say?
전에 말했었지.
Anyway,
너의 목적은
said your goal is to get this one book that'll give you freedom, right?
맞아.
That's right. I want the freedom to leave this place and the freedom to live as myself.
그리고
Freedom to
잊어버릴 수 있는
forget.
그러면 책을 모으는 이유에는
Then, is freedom the only reason you're trying to gather all these books?
반은 맞고
You're only half right.
난 오랜 시간 땅 속에
During my time living underground, I can only pick up fragmented information about the outside world.
똑같은 이야기만
I've seen and heard the same stories over and over and over again.
이제는
I want to
새로운
hear new
이야기를 듣고
stories
싶어.
now. I want to see new faces.
그래서
That's also why I'm looking for the book that contains everything about the world.
그리고 동시에
A little bit of
가증스럽기도
revenge at the
몰라.
same time.
복수라.
Revenge, huh? For what?
나를 이 꼴로 만든 가증스러운 사람,
Taking revenge on the
세상에 대한 복수.
abominable person and world that made me into what I
그
am.
사람이 꿈꿨던
Only
걸
after I've
철저히
completely and
무너뜨린
thoroughly
후에
destroyed everything he dreamed will my freedom finally be whole.
이 붉은 초대장을 따라가다 보면 네가 원하는
So
자유와
you'll eventually get to the freedom and vengeance you want if we keep following where this red invitation leads.
정확히는
It'll guide me to the book that will let me achieve
책을
such
넣는
things, to
거야.
be exact.
어떤 형태로 내 소망이 이루어질지는
Exactly those wishes will come true is beyond me.
나와 도서관을 완성시켜줄 단 하나의
One
책.
book that will complete me in the library.
내가 원하는 모든
If I
것이
can find that
적혀있어.
one book containing
단
everything I
하나의
want to
책을
know,
찾게
all will be
된다면
resolved.
잠깐.
Hold on, that's your whole plan. Just find the book.
방법을
You don't
확실히
know
아는 게 아니야.
exactly how to earn freedom and that stuff.
확실히 아는 것은 하나야. 이 초대장의 끝에
Yeah, only thing I know for sure is that I myself will become whole at the end of this journey led by the invitation.
도서관은 무한한 공간.
Library has infinite space. I can extract infinite books from countless guests and store them all if I want to.
하지만 목적 없이
Simply collecting books that are filled with junk without a clear purpose in mind is rather inefficient, don't you think?
그래서 전에 말했듯 초대장
Hence the invitation's guidance on the path that leads to the book I wish to obtain, as explained before.
그 단 하나의 책을 얻었다 쳐.
Let's say you got the book somehow.
그런데 결국에
Will you?
책이 너를 어떤 형태로 완전하게 해줄지 모르는 것이고.
We don't even know what it'll exactly do to you to make you whole.
그런 건
I
상관없어.
don't care what happens to me. I'll be satisfied with anything as long as I can get the results.
무서울 정도의 집념이구만.
It's almost scary how tenacious you are.
예술 분야 지정 사서.
That's Zach, Library of the Arts. He's lying flat on the floor, huh? Cast a glimpse at Roy while still lying on the floor before turning back.
또 어질러져 있고.
Books are all over the floor too. I'm sensing zero motivation to work.
저기요. 지정 사서.
Hello,
내
Mr. Netzak, patron
짝지.
librarian.
네가 이렇게 비협조적이면.
Keep refusing to cooperate. Angela's gonna raise hell with me.
일어나 주십시오.
Please wake up.
힘을 쏟아부었는데
I know how it feels to give everything you got to make something only to see it completely break.
정말 열심히 모래성을 만들었는데
I tried so hard building a sandcastle and got swept away by the waves.
모래성을 부숴버린 건 보나마나
I bet it was Angela who made those ways.
또다시 눈을 뜨고 이번에도
He's
원치
woken
않은
up once
일이
again and called on to take charge of the work I didn't want yet again.
잠시
Leave me
내버려둬요.
alone for a bit. I want to
다시
go back
잠들고
to sleep.
싶으니까.
아이고 머리야.
Boy, boy, how could every one of you hate Angela so much?
제발 도와주라. 같은 처지끼리.
Please help me out, will ya? We're in the same boat, you know. Barely sits up.
당신도 참
You're pitiable,
불쌍하네요.
man. How'd you end up in a place like this?
어쩌지?
I know, right? I think I'm in
내가
a pretty
불쌍하다고
miserable
생각해.
spot, too.
그러니까 제발, 응? 우리 같이
Please save some down symphony for us working hard together.
아시다시피
For all we know already, I'm Nets Jack, librarian of the artsy floor.
나도 정식으로 인사할게. 엔젤라를 도와.
Proper introduction for me as well. I'm Roland, Angela's servant, a library worker. Gotta wonder, I'm always left with the kind of work that doesn't suit me at all.
그러게 말이다.
You tell me? Never thought I'd work in a library of all places either.
아무튼
Anyway, you're gonna be sorting books related to the arts, which I bring, right?
그렇다고
Apparently.
하더라고요.
Can you go back now since we're done exchanging names and all? He lies back down on the floor. Look, you can lie down all you want, but you're gonna do your work, right?
보고 싶어도
It's not like I have
알
a choice
수가
in that
없는 목.
matter. Counting
믿고
on you.
있을게.
Please make sure to work, alright? Shoot it all away. Oh, and Keter has a... Ah, it's Lynn. It's the other one. Okay. This is Len. Oh, I just never built Hod's actual build. Okay, cool. Good to only check right now, I guess. And that Zach also needs a build. Okay, looked good to me. Let's burn some books and then I'll end stream until later tonight. Burn 2 of them. One more of hers. One more of his. I got Lulu's and Mars. Okay, cool. I give it to Han, I think. $65 health, my god. That's cool. So you get like little stories. Okay, Jack. Yeah, Jack and Pierre. Nice. I just wanted their pages. I don't really care about anything else. Okay, when we get back on stream later today, so probably be around 6, maybe 7. We'll do this suppression, which is what? Heart of Aspiration. So we'll do that suppression, we'll continue the story. Kind of short. Beginning of the day stream, right? Middle of the day stream, but I hope you enjoyed either way. See you later tonight.